The Snake Whisperer. In Umudara village, where redhead stained the soles of feet and gossip traveled faster than a matan wind, there lived Chisom. She was broad-shouldered, graceful, and carried herself like a warrior who accidentally became born in a farming clan. Her laughter was loud, her confidence louder. "I can do anything any man here can do," she would declare, hands on her hips, chin tilted towards the sky as though challenging it to disagree. The old women would click their tongues. "Strength is good," Mama Ebere would mutter, adjusting her head tie. But pride grows teeth. Chisom would only smile. Teeth or not, she was never afraid to bite back. One Sunday morning, when church bells were sinking their metallic hymn across the village, a scream split the air. "Snake! Snake! Somebody help me!" Mama Ngosi's voice cracked like dry wood. People froze. Some clutched their Bibles. Others peeped from behind door frames. A snake in Mama Ngosi's hut was not small news. Her hut stood close to the stream, a favorite corridor for creeping things. Chisom didn't hesitate. She grabbed the nearest stick, thick as her wrist, and ran barefooted towards the hut. Her wrapper flapped behind her like a battle flag. A few young men followed at a safer distance. Inside the hut, a long brown snake coiled near a clay pot, its tongue flickering like it was tasting the fear in the room. Mama Ngozi was perched on a wooden bed, trembling. "Move back," Chisom ordered. The snake lifted its head, offended. Chisom did not blink. She stepped forward and struck. Once, twice, the sound of wood against flesh echoed sharply. The snake writhed, then fell still. For a moment, silence. Then, the altar exploded with cheers. "Chisom, our lioness, strong woman, a daughter like a son." They carried her on their shoulders. Outside, even the church bells seemed to clap for her. Chisom's heart swelled so large it could barely fit inside her ribs. That afternoon, Mama Ngozi cooked like a woman rescued from death itself. Pounded yam, rice, fried plantain. She brought plates to Chisom family compound. "My daughter," Mama Ngozi said, holding Chisom's hand. "May your strength never fail." Chisom smiled modestly, but inside her thoughts were dancing. One snake, all this praise, all this food, all these eyes shining when they look at me. If one snake would do this, what about 2, 3? The next morning, she woke up before the rooster. When her parents prepared for the farm, she followed eagerly. Her father raised an eyebrow. "Since when did you start loving farm work?" Chisom shrugged. A strong woman must train her body. They laughed proud. But why her family bent over ridges of soil, planting yam and cassava? Chisom wondered. She flipped rocks, pushed aside scrubs, peered into holes. "Why is it so hard to do a good thing?" she grumbled. Sweat gliding down her back. Finally, she saw one. A snake gliding lazily towards shade. Her heart leapt. She moved quietly, struck swiftly, and killed it. She wrapped the limp body in leaves and hid it inside a small calabash she had secretly brought. On their way back to the village, she slowed her pace. When no one was looking, she tossed the snake onto the path. "Snake! Snake!" she screamed dramatically. Villagers rushed from compounds. Before anyone could process what was happening, Chisom picked up a stone and smashed the already lifeless creature. Cheers again. "You see? She fears nothing. Her parents have raised a warrior." Her mother's eyes shone with pride that market day. She bought Chisom 2 beautiful dresses, bright as parrot feathers. "You deserve good things," her mother said softly. Chisom touched the fabric and felt something else. Power. From then on, she hunted daily. Real snakes, planted snakes, it did not matter. Praise tasted too sweet to refuse. Children began whispering her nickname, the Snake Whisperer. They would say in awe, she liked the sound of it. But glory is a greedy companion. It always asks for more. One dry afternoon, the forest felt different, too quiet. Even the birds seemed to be holding their breaths. Chisom had gone further than usual. She had found nothing all day, frustrated, and flung a stone carelessly into the bushes. A soft ease followed. She stood slowly, there, bathed in sunlight, lay the most beautiful snake she had ever seen. Pink, not dusty brown or dull green. Pink, like hibiscus petals. After rain, its scales shimmered as though each one held a secret. It was enormous. Chisom swallowed. For a moment, doubt brushed her mind. Then, she remembered the chairs, the dresses, the name. Her eyes scanned the floor. Near her feet grew a hair, known in whispers as Aya Uchi, the blinder. Elders said it should never be used carelessly. Chisom plucked it anyway. She crushed the leaves, whispered, "Let strength favor me," and blew the powder towards the snake. The creature recoiled violently. Its eyes clouded white. It hissed, a sound so deep it seemed to vibrate through the head. Chisom did not wait. She dropped a large calabash over its head and struck again and again until the movement stopped. Breathing heavily, she lifted the calabash. Nothing. No body, no blood, just bare ground. The forest exhaled. A coldness wrapped around her spine. Chisom ran. That night, sleep came like a trap. In her dreams, the pink snake coiled around her bed. Its voice was not a hiss, but a whisper that slid into her ears. "You want for praise. Now you'll be hunted for justice." She woke up screaming. Sweat soaked her wrapper. Her heart pounded like festival drums. She staggered to the mirror after washing her face. Her breath stopped. Her hair was gone. In its place, dozens of small snakes, twisting, hissing, blinking with tiny eyes. She screamed again. Darkness swallowed her sight instantly. Her parents burst into the room. Her mother gasped and fell to her knees. Her father stumbled backwards, whispering prayers. Before them stood their daughter, her head alive with serpents, her eyes empty of light. The Dibia was summoned. He arrived with cowries and chalk, his face grave. After casting the shells aside, "She killed the daughter of the queen of snakes," he said. "The pink one is not of this earth. It is royal seed beneath the soil. Blood has been demanded." Her mother wept. "Can nothing be done?" The DPR shook his head slowly. "A life for a life. She replaced what she destroyed." Chisom, blind and trembling, finally spoke. "I only wanted to be seen." Her father's voice broke. "You were already seen, my child. But the forest does not bargain with regret." At dusk, they led her to the edge of the forbidden grove. The air felt heavy, as though even the trees disapproved. Her mother held her one last time. "If only you had trusted that you were enough." The snakes on Chisom's head lifted as one, sensing home. They left her there. By morning, she was gone. Some say, if you wandered too far into that forest, you may hear a woman's voice, carried in the wind. Not a boastful voice, not proud, a warning. And in Umudara village, when someone begins to boast too loudly, the elders simply say, "Remember the snake whisperer," and silence does the rest.